In a small mountain village, long before cities and noise filled the world, there lived a young monk named Taro. He was humble, kind, and eager to learn the ways of enlightenment. Every morning, he swept the temple courtyard, prepared tea for the elder monks, and studied the sacred teachings under the guidance of Master Shone, an old monk whose wisdom was deep like the forest itself. But Taro's heart was troubled. He dreamed of reaching enlightenment quickly, to rise above pain, fear, and doubt. "Master," he asked one evening as they watched the sunset behind the mountains, "when will I find peace? When will I reach enlightenment?" Shone smiled faintly. "When you stop searching for it," he said. Taro frowned. "But how can I stop searching for something I haven't found?" The old monk pointed toward the narrow dirt path that led down from the temple. "Tomorrow morning," he said, "walk to the village and bring back a bucket of water from the spring. Along the way, the answer will come to you." Taro bowed and promised to follow his master's words. The next morning, the valley was covered in mist. Birds sang softly in the distance as Taro began his walk. The path was long, winding through bamboo groves and fields of wildflowers. His heart felt light, perhaps this was the journey that would finally bring him enlightenment. But soon, he came upon a large stone in the middle of the road. It was heavy and rough, blocking the narrow path completely. Taro tried to push it aside. He strained, sweated, and groaned, but the stone barely moved. He grew frustrated. "Why would someone leave this here?" he muttered. After many attempts, he finally managed to roll the stone far enough to pass. His hands were bruised, his robes dusty, but he continued toward the village, muttering angrily, "Even the path to peace is full of obstacles." When he reached the spring, he filled his bucket with water and started back up the mountain. The stone still sat by the path, but this time, as he passed it, he noticed something, a small bag lying in the hole where the stone had been. Curious, he picked it up. Inside was a note written in careful brush strokes. "The obstacle is the teaching. Each stone is placed for you to see yourself." Beneath the note were a few gold coins. Taro stood still, his heart racing. He suddenly realized what Master Shone meant. The stone was not a mistake, it was a lesson. His frustration, his anger, his struggle, all of it revealed his own restlessness. The obstacle wasn't the stone. The obstacle was himself. When he returned to the temple, he bowed deeply before Master Shone. "I understand now," Taro said. "The path to enlightenment is not free of stones. It is made of them." Shone smiled. "Yes. Every difficulty you meet shows you where your mind still clings. The stone was not in your way, Taro. It was showing you your way." "But Master," Taro asked, "why the gold coins?" Shone chuckled softly. "The treasure always lies beneath the obstacle. But few look close enough to find it." Years passed, and Taro became a wise monk himself. He never forgot that lesson. Whenever a student came to him complaining about hardship or failure, he would take them for a walk and stop beside a stone on the road. "Tell me," he would ask, "what do you see?" They would answer, "A rock. A problem. Something to move." And Taro would smile gently and say, "Look again." Because he knew that every challenge hides a teaching, every obstacle reveals a mirror. When we stop cursing the stones in our path and start learning from them, we begin to understand that enlightenment was never at the end of the road, it was within each step we take. Verdict of the story. In Zen, obstacles are not interruptions, they are the path itself. Each stone we meet is a teacher, showing us where we still hold anger, fear, or impatience. When we push against life, we suffer, when we look within, we awaken. True peace comes not from removing the obstacles, but from seeing through them. Life will always place stones before us, losses, rejections, delays. But if we face them with awareness instead of resistance, we uncover the quiet truth beneath all things. Every difficulty carries its own hidden gold, waiting to be discovered by the mind that is still enough to see. Herb.